Here's Brad and me as we're doing a TNA, TNA wrestling for questions and answers. Questions created by me, and the answer will be created by yours truly, the magnificent Brad Columbi. My first question. You remind me of Austin Powers, but except with the Lulu Bear.
Oh yes.
Alright, we'll get started. Which wrestlers should TNA try to sign right now as who's that currently out of? You know what I'm saying?
Right now.
Right now.
TNA. I always said that the best free agent for them right now is probably Gregory Helms, who was formerly the Hurricane. I don't really know why they haven't signed him. He's still young, impressive talent. So he's mostly like at the top of my list. There's also a lot of ROH talent they should be going after. They already got Kenny King. I figure why don't they go after Kevin Steen or Davey Richards, both really good wrestlers in the indie scene. But maybe they're waiting for them to be built up a little bit more. But they should definitely go after them because they're having like 5-star matches. So definitely them.
Alright then, now that we got that question, my second question would be, if you look at Beer Money from this standpoint, you look at them 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, and you look at the progress you made, now you see Robert Roode, they were given such tremendous push by, I believe, TNA staff management, Hulk Hogan, with Robert Roode being the TNA champion and James Storm being a main eventer. What are your opinions on those two, compared to what they were back then to what they are right now?
Lucy says, I think that they both absolutely suck and are both just tag team wrestlers that have been pushed with nobody actually liking them. Yeah, Lucy, don't you think that they're just a horrible, horrible tag team? And, not only were they a bad tag team, but they're even worse as singles wrestlers. I mean, James Storm is crying on his little pathetic farm, talking about his daughter. And then you got Bobby Roode, no promo skills or anything, wrestles boring matches. I really hope Austin Aries takes the title from him. James Storm, he had an okay match with Jeff Hardy on Impact, but I feel like that might have been his best match in months, which is sad. Because it wasn't like it was great or anything, it was just okay. And that's just what James Storm is. He's just okay. He's never really going to amount to much. He's already been TNA champ, but I mean, he didn't really feel like a champion, so I almost feel like not even counting it in my own mind. So both absolute garbage.
All right, now my third question. Well, I kind of wrote this, but even before, let's just not even think about Austin Aries, but I'm saying, in general, out of all the TNA wrestlers, which wrestlers or wrestlers should be given a push right now? We know that they're pushing Aries. Is there another guy that you would like in particular to see that should get a push?
Right now, for the current roster, I mean, they really are suffering right now with star power, but I have to go right to the new guys. Kenny King, hopefully at the pay-per-view.
So you wouldn't consider Samoa Joe a guy that's been in the main event? He's still young.
Samoa Joe really has to work his way back up again. I mean, they really beat him down. I mean, he went from being, like, in 2005 and 06, like a TNA champion. Like, he looked like a champion, but now he looks like a jobber. He was tagging with Magnus. He just lost, like, all his charisma. He needs to be motivated. I mean, like, I thought his match, like, I think it was last week, was okay with Bully Ray, but I really look at him and I'm like, if someone were to watch Impact now and they didn't see his previous matches, they would think that he's garbage. I mean, you'd have to go back years and see when he was having like the classic matches with AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. But now, they really need to work on Samoa Joe. That's TNA's fault. It's not Samoa Joe's fault. I don't blame him for being, having that lack of motivation, because when you have a tag team partner like Magnus, I mean, really, what are you supposed to do? You're going to just carry that whole tag team? And there's always stars of tag teams. Like, they always have to carry their partner. if you're the superior member of that team. But Magnus is garbage, and Samoa Joe is A-list, so they need to really motivate Joe, give him some good matches. I didn't get to see the one with Austin Aries, but I heard that it was decent. So they need to do more of that. Definitely get him back in the X division, start building him up again.
All right. Well, and any other wrestlers? I know because I just mentioned Joe, but any of yours, particularly besides new ones, besides Kenny King's at it?
Well, let's see. Quick run through. Like I said, there's really not that many guys out there. They just released Shannon Moore, and I thought that he was good. They could have made him like a top star in the X division, but they're not going in that direction.
Yeah, it seems like they're pushing new guys out of nowhere.
Yeah, and the new guys are trash, except for guys like Kenny King and Austin Aries. But
don't forget that Mason guy that.
Oh yeah, but they sided with the other guy, Rashad Cameron.
Yeah,
I would have went with Mason Andrews, but he's already in the tournament. So Rashad Cameron, he's okay, but like I said, they need to really prioritize. I mean, he was obviously the more talented of the bunch. When they signed him, they had to have noticed that. But that's more of a TNA's classic bad decision making.
Question 4. What do you think about the women's division in TNA?
Oh, man, just tiresome. How many times are you going to watch Brooke Tessmacher take on Gail Kim? It produces the same disastrous results each time. So, I mean, the ones that are good are Tara, Mickie James, and, Gail Kim she's okay, but Tara and Mickie James, but, you can't build a division around two wrestlers. They need to get back to, WWE had, the Best Divas division, around 2002 with, when they had Trish Stratus and Victoria and Lita. But, Knockouts division, the only time it was exciting is when they had Awesome Kong in there, but now it's boring. It's not really getting any reaction. Velvet Sky, Madison Rayne, that's no way to have a women's division. If you're looking for looks, it's great. But if you're looking for wrestling, it's terrible.
And when should I cut? Should I cut this at the 10-minute mark?
Yeah, so you have to cut it.
Yeah, so then we'll cut it back right now, and we'll do part 2 next video.
Yes, part 2. Excellent.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh,
I'll see you for part 2.
Damn it, I just ended it. You can maybe do that for, hey, part 2.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to do part 2 now?
Oh, shit.